ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first official episode of the TF.Talk podcast. Previously, we had Aggro from Critscast in the pilot, and today is the official first episode of the first season. And next to me, and you can't see it, but he just turned on his camera, and he is making the most psychotic fucking out-of-focus face. But I have my longtime pal who I edit for. You know him from a lot of previous stuff, and if you follow him, you'll love his new stuff, which you really should be doing. It is Bearded Expense. How you doing, Beard?
Rubba.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
dude? How you
having me,
doing?
man. Thanks for having me, man.
Oh my God, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, man.
People,
Great to be at the podcast, man.
people that know us know that like we hate corny ass like intro bullshit. But, you know, it's kind of necessary for a quote unquote like production or some shit like that. So I just thought like, well, I've known Beard a long time, so it's like, why would I not really start with like my best buddy who we work on vids together. We have the same sense of humor, and a lot of people, you know, I think don't know the side of us where it's like, yeah, we do shit online to fuck with people and we like goof off, but like behind all that crap is a real fucking human being, you know, and Beard's like one of the realest I'm sorry I'm stroking you off here, but like you're like one of the realest fucking dudes I know, where it's like, I know you got my back. I know like if anything goes down online, like you're there, like ready to defend, or if something happens IRL, like you're there for me, you know, aside from all the fucking gags and bits and hamming it up for people, like on the down low, it's like we could say anything to each other, do anything, and like it's about as like close as like a friendship you can get with when it comes to trust.
Absolutely.
Like I could trust you with like anything. I could say anything to you.
Likewise, my man. So, absolutely.
But you know, it's good to have you here, my man, and I'm ready to have a nice conversation with the people that don't really know the more relaxed side of you, because a lot of people just assume shit about you, especially like, you know, the previous era kind of content. But people don't know, man. You're fucking you've gone through a lot, you've grown a lot, and I feel like it's made you an amazing fucking person, man.
Well, I appreciate that, brother. I really do. You know, I mean, I could share all those same feelings about you. You know, you're one of the most genuine guys I've ever met. You know, it's just, you're definitely one of my best friends, that's for sure. And you're very helpful to me.
No, yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the most fun I've had generally is just making videos with you, because like, we'll have the dumbest fucking ideas and we'll just spitball shit, and then we'll slowly make it happen in Vegas and just start fucking giggling our asses off because like a bit's coming together like in front of us, and that's some of the funniest shit. But like over the course of like the last couple of years, you know, when it comes to just like, hey, you need someone to help you out, it's become like a fucking great thing. Like, you know, we'll talk about like previous experiences and how we became friends, and all the way to like how we met up in Oklahoma and how we're gonna be hanging out in Dallas. And it's something I wouldn't fucking trade, man, where it's like one of those special bonds where it's like even people in your real fucking life, it's like, I don't know if they'd be as ride or die as that, man. So hopefully we can kick back and have a nice conversation today.
Yeah, man, definitely. Listen, you better be on your A game. You better like, all I'm gonna say is you better use your little detector and get every mind of the people.
Well, you better not fuck it up, man, and put too many minds down, because if someone notices one thing that shouldn't be in there, it's fucked, and it is fucked. I guess that's one thing that I think is really important. The fact that we're both very like unfiltered. Well, like not like in a way to just be offensive, but like we're unfiltered like in a very genuine way. And I think you've noticed this, out of all people, where like you'll meet someone online or even in real life, and you can tell they kind of watch how they talk and what they say and how they behave in a certain way, and it feels like overdone just to like have an appearance online or just in person, versus someone who's comfortable in their own skin and, you know, being who they are. And
I absolutely agree. Something that I say about you and so many other people that I know is like real talk. I'm like always, almost in a way, I'm like Joe Rogan and you're like Alex Jones, where Joe Rogan's always like, you know, Alex is a great guy, this and that. Everyone's like shitting on Alex Jones, and like Alex Jones, they all think he's fucking crazy. He's like this piece of shit, you know. But it's like, yeah, he's done some fucked up things. I'm not saying you like Alex Jones, God, no. But it's like kind of like the same dynamic where some people just have this opinion about you, or like have this thought about you, this thought process. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, some of the shit that he says is fucking true. For one, a lot of it is. If you look past the fact that he's talking about like, you know, whatever, oh, that's controversial. You can't mention like Jewish people and shit like that. You're not being like anti-Semitic. You're saying like truth. But people they think a certain way and they're in their own ways, and everyone's like trying to watch what they say. It's good to be respectful of your fellow man. Of course, I advise everyone to do that. Be as respectful as you can to people. If someone like, hey, I'd rather not talk about that. Hey, that's kind of a sensitive topic for me. Don't be like, oh, you fucking pussy, this and that. Just be nice to people and shit like that. But at the same time, people who are constantly walking on eggshells and shit, and they're like these fake nice guys, performance artists.
Yeah.
They bend whichever way the wind blows. They're like, we're an inclusive, this and that. We include everybody.
Fuck that.
And shit.
Yeah,
but it's like when the real shit happens, those people are plastic and fake as fuck. Okay.
No, definitely.
This is what I say about all my boys. They say some controversial shit sometimes, and we make some fucked up kind of edgy jokes about shit. We laugh at fucked up shit, but it's like you guys are like the best, most solid dudes at the end of the day. I knew if I went away or something like that, or like I was fucked up, you would be there to take care of my family or help out in any way you can. Do what you got to do, and I would do the same for you. That's just how it's like a fucking brotherhood at the end of the day. And I'm very thankful I have who I have in my life and not some plastic motherfuckers. So that's just how that is. I found that the people who are like cutesy, kind of like nice guys, in reality are fucking pieces of shit. But the guys who are kind of more abrasive and kind of, maybe a little nastier, on the surface, but they're like solid fucking genuine dudes at the end of the day.
Yeah, no, for sure. There's I guess the way you could put this is like the people in your life who are very filtered and watch what they say tend to like judge you based on shit you say, not who you really are.
Oh, absolutely.
One thing I noticed for sure is like for example, how do I start this? Hold on. Okay, so you and I met. Like we like had a real conversation, quote unquote, like what, 2019, 20? Yeah, that was when I had the script for a video, and yeah, we talked about this the whole like. I was like working with Ryder Psycho for a cool minute, helping him. I straight up wrote one of his videos. Once I was like, I'm bored, I want to do something. I had this energy to do it, and it was cool. And we became friends, and then that was in the time he quit. And I sent him that script for like how heavy could technically vor the universe, and he was like, what are you talking about? And I just sent him the script. He's like, yeah, it's funny, but I'm kind of like done with TF, dude. That's like right when he quit. And he's like, just send it to Beard or something. And I was like, okay. And I'm being genuine with you. I didn't even really know about you. Like, I swear I didn't. Like, I never watched like Soundsmith and none of that bullshit. And that's another conversation about people assuming shit about you. But I wasn't one of those people who was like a fake fan or like, oh my God, I'm such a fan. Let's play Chicken Invaders. Like, I had no idea who you were. And I believe at that time, that's when people were accusing you of stupid shit, right? They had that fucking stupid docu or whatever the fuck.
Okay, so, I mean, that was like, there was truth in that. There was shit that was definitely truthful in there, that I did that was wrong and it wasn't good. But
there's a lot of context missing for that, right? Like a lot of parts they don't understand.
There's like parts that were pure speculation. There's parts that are blown the fuck out of proportion. People trying to say that I'm like a groomer and like a sexual predator. I know, dude, it's fucking
That's so
crazy.
ridiculous.
Back then I couldn't even defend myself because all these fucking people were like rallying against me. And it almost like gaslit me into thinking that I was this fucking monster. I didn't fucking groom anybody. Okay, that's the reality of it. There was one chick who was older than me that I was like flirty with, but I never like sent a dick pic or nothing to her or nothing crazy like that. Like that was it. What, just because I'm a creator, I can't like flirt with somebody? What the fuck's going on?
Yeah, no,
it's just stupid.
That's one.
Plus, I was a fucking kid in fucking high school.
Yeah,
like what the fuck? To treat me like I'm a 30-year-old man grooming a bunch of kids. I flirted with a girl while I was in high school. She was fucking older than me, and I didn't even do anything. I didn't even try to do nothing sexual with her.
Well,
my real sins, I will say, was that I didn't take care of my mental health. And that was very draining for people to be around, and that was like a hell that I was subjecting people to. They tried to say I did it on purpose, like I pulled it out like it was a fucking card to play.
Bruh.
That was not true. I was really fucked up. I was genuinely mentally like wanting to kill myself almost every fucking day, but that's exhausting for people to be around. You know, so
No,
you got to
yeah,
get help. You got to do what you got. I put the work in, you know, and I'm making better choices when it comes to that. You know, and I'm loving myself a lot more. But even one of the main guys behind that whole fucking thing came to me in private on an alt account and said, "Hey, you know, I really didn't know how to deal with this kind of shit back then, and I'm not gonna lie, we did you pretty dirty." And I'm like, you know what? I forgive you, because this fucking life is too short to even be stuck up on that. I almost don't even remember half the shit from that era. I really don't, you know. And then another thing, the people were trying to say that dude, and it's like a game of telephone. There's one thing, and then some people hear it, and then these fucking bitches in their gossip circles on fucking the internet, they gossip about this shit. It's like a misconstrued game of telephone.
Oh,
They
it's
just
horrible,
go on
dude,
with
yeah.
these lies, and it went from here's the real story. There was somebody who edited videos for me, a former friend of
I
mine.
love this story.
He was also a minor living with his parents who like paid for his shit. So yes, of course, everybody should be paid for their work, but it was framed like he was gonna starve and die and go homeless if I didn't fucking pay him or some shit like that. Like it was so urgent. That, and he didn't have a digital way to get the fucking money to him. He didn't have a PayPal or nothing like that. And my grandpa managed my account at the time because I was a fucking minor. I didn't have a bank or nothing, you know. So I hooked my grandpa's PayPal to my Patreon, and that's how I was getting paid, was through my fucking grandpa. And he managed my money, you know. He wasn't gonna let me do something stupid with it. There were a couple extravagant purchases I made because I was a fucking kid, and I want this and I want that and whatever, you know. I was like, oh, cool, I'm getting all this money now.
Yeah.
And but there was like no way. So I had to take $100 bills, put them in a fucking envelope, and mail it to him. Like after my grandpa died, because he wouldn't let me fucking do that shit, you know.
Uh-huh. He's like, "What are you fucking doing, kid? Like that's stupid, you know." Sending money over
exactly. You know,
mail.
he was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Like blew it off. So I'm like I couldn't even get the fucking money to him, you know. And it went from that to people going out of the way to say like that I purposefully didn't pay a team of professional editors, that I withheld money I could have absolutely paid them at any convenient time, which is not fucking true. It was one person who edited videos for me who, yes, I should have paid, but I literally had no way to do it. I had to mail him fucking money in a goddamn envelope across the country.
No, you're some evil gaslighting mastermind. No, you're evil. You
I'm like a
skulls.
groomer and a pedophile and all this stuff. But you know what? Listen, people who still run with that kind of story, they get ratioed the fuck out of in the replies, and it makes me happy to see that.
Well, because there's people who know about you, and then there's people who know you, and like
absolutely,
I was neither when I met you, which I'm honestly looking back, I'm very thankful, because then we had like a real genuine conversation and connection, you know, because like, hey, you're just a dude, I'm just a dude, whatever. But like it's one thing that I mentioned before. Firstly, about the whole like people that just play telephone thing. It's like how at that, like I was talking to Sam Wiz, and I mentioned how like people just like to shit talk me and say weird things, like make up shit, like fabricate shit about me, but it's like I don't even know how it happens. Like I was telling him about how in the Discord somebody posted like gore of like a cat being grilled in China, like filleted open like a fucking like a taco, and I had to expressly tell people, yo, can you like not grill cats up in this server, guys? Like please, no gore, no illegal sexual shit. And like the server exploded, and then like down the fucking grapevine, like people were saying that I posted a video of a cat being grilled, and
that pissed me off so bad when you told me that.
And I think someone thought that I like recorded it, like in fucking China, like the cat being grilled.
Dude, listen, people listening out there, you know, you need to make your own fucking opinions. I'm telling this to the viewers right now. If you're the kind of person you hear one thing and you just roll with it, you're a fucking dumb piece of shit. I'm just going to say that right now. I'm fucking 20 years old. I'm young. But if I hear something about somebody, I will go to them and be like, hey, what's up with this? I heard this. You know, you want to tell me your side of the story? Not just immediately make up my mind about some shit and just go spread it. And especially if you hear it and you go talk to somebody else about it and you're telling this person, hey, here's what went down, here, this and that. Like, you know the fucking story, like you know this guy personally. And you're a fucking piece of shit. And I'll tell you right now, I'm not trying to act like a fucking tough guy, but if the screens weren't a factor, you would be a lot more respectful. I got respect for everybody, whether the screen is a factor or it's not. If I hear something about you, I'm not going to talk about your character like I know you.
It's when you confront someone that shit falls apart, you know? I remember...
Oh, absolutely. When you talk to them, you're like, hey, so I heard you said this shit. And then suddenly they fucking can't even form a sentence properly because you're a fucking pussy.
Yeah, so
you're an absolute pussy.
There's two things to that. No, yeah, I agree. And there's two things that come down to that. It's like you said, people make up these rumors and just go with it, and like they don't confirm shit. And the thing is, like, you know, like content creators, like YouTubers online, especially for like a fucking glass ceiling community like TF2, it's not like the people involved that make stuff are like unreachable. You could totally tweet at people and they're gonna see it. Like if someone tweeted at you, Beard, about some bullshit asking you a question, you'd probably fucking see it, right? It's not impossible to reach out to you.
My Discord DMs are open. I look at all my YouTube comments. My Twitter messages are open.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like people have the avenue to just talk to you about something. Like they can do that. There's no excuse for anybody to not be able to reach out to me at all. If people don't reach out to me, it's not because I'm reachable. It's not because I'm unreachable. It's because they didn't want to take the time or the effort confirm
to do
or deny.
They're a lazy, bitchy motherfucker. That's what it comes down to.
I don't get that, where it's like you can just do that, and at the same time, I've like confronted people that said shit about me, and they just freeze up, and it's like I'm not here to fight you. It's like you fucking said something that's not true, and I'm just setting the record straight. Granted, it's coming from me and not somewhere else, but even then, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you could just reach out to me. I'm not involved in your little fucking online drama because I do shit in real life. I go fishing, I get pussy, I fucking have a garden, you know, like, I don't live online. And these people kind of like, it's like those middle-aged, like, housewives that just want drama from TV reality.
Oh,
you know?
Absolutely.
They just want something to entertain them.
You have nothing better to do. Listen, you know, and if you're someone who does that, I'm not going to say, oh, fuck you, this and that.
Yeah.
Partly, yeah, fuck you. But
you
listen,
gotta learn.
You need to learn how to not bend whatever way the wind blows, okay? I'm the fucking guy. I will ask a question. I don't care if there's 5,000 people, if there's 10,000 people. I will get up on the stage and I will ask a question. I don't give a fuck if I sound stupid.
It's true.
You know?
I know.
You know the picture of the goldfish jumping into the other bowl? Be like that. Don't be the other fucking stupid fish who just sit in the bowl, you know? Like, what makes you interesting? Ask a fucking question, man. Be a person. Be a unique individual. Don't be a fucking collective.
Yeah, have your own fucking
it makes
thought
me
process.
Sick.
Definitely.
You know, and I'm 20 years old and I understand that. I'm not saying I have everything in life down and I'm the wise, you know, learn everything from me. I'm better than you. I don't think I'm better than anybody. But I am somebody. You need to be somebody, not be a fucking collective mind like ants. Right now, you are in the fucking ant death circle, walking around in circles until you fucking die. Deviate from that right now and go do something with your life.
Be red pilled, be based, have an open mind. I agree with you 100%. These people are stuck in these dramatic bullshit circles, but this is the perfect opportunity to bring up other people that have like these fucking drone mentalities. And I know you've like addressed it in a couple of pieces online, whether it was like streams and videos, but I want you to like officially talk about those fucking people who are like, oh my god, Bitter Sense, I'm a big fan, and they just start playing Chicken Invaders. Like, listen, that is some of the gayest shit. I'm sorry, it's so fucking gay when people do that. Man,
I don't try to put people down. You know, I'm not mean. I try not to be mean. Maybe I'll ironically put like XD if they type that shit. I'll put like XD, like ha ha ha.
Dude, lol. I've seen like the beads of sweat on your face when people start doing Chicken Invaders jokes. I've seen what it does to you.
You know, I make some jokes about the Chicken Invaders, like ironically. When you hear the same song and the same bit for years in a row, like I'll just say this right now. I don't want to live in Soundsmith's shadow. Okay, I'm my own fucking guy. For people who really don't realize that and they still associate us even though we've had no contact for the past four fucking years, okay? That's like 1,000 fucking days straight. Like, with people, you know, it's like get the fucking. But a lot of them are young kids, so I'm not gonna fucking be like
You're
this
gonna
or
beat
that.
them for it, yeah.
Like whatever, man. I can deal with it. But it's like if you're like, hey, I'm a big fan, and you post the Chicken Invaders fucking Kazatsky kick, I'm just like, no, the fuck you're not.
Yeah.
When people make a reference to jokes or bits that are in like on my channel, not on his, and are like recent and like I know like that touches me a lot more. That like I like connect with that more. I'm like, yeah, I can appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of my audience.
Stuff. I'm not just part of the fucking like meme zeitgeist. Because I asked you earlier, like a while ago, I was like, how do you feel that you're like this weird like autistic meme zeitgeist where people just make weird memes with just Rick Stone? Like it'll just be like the back rooms and just you're standing there like unprompted for no reason. You're just like the guy that everyone picks to make retarded jokes out of, like the Peter Expense funny win backrooms entity, and it's just like you standing there with like Chicken Invaders like really quietly playing in the background. It's got to be weird, right?
It was a different formula. It was just a different formula. It was,
but like it's still happening now. People still make those dumb jokes.
Well, yeah, but people will always hold on to shit they think is funny. Whatever, because they don't like watch my new shit. They're just like stuck in 2018. I met Soundsmith in like 2017. In 2017, God, that was like fucking
5 years ago now.
I was 15. I was like 15 years old.
Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, that must have been
14 or 15.
That must have been weird, right? Because I remember.
Yeah, I'm fucking 20 now.
Well, people thought you were a lot older because you had to like behave differently, right?
So what I did was, I explained this before.
Mm-hmm.
In those older videos, I sounded way different. I covered up, like how I spoke, shit like that, because I came from a bad background. I wasn't proud of who I was. I was just shamed constantly by my father, so I didn't like who I was. I wanted to be somebody different online. So I would fucking go into a voice call and like make my voice all deep and shit, like all manly sounding, and it was so fucking fake, man. But I was like a kid. I was a kid doing this
people
shit.
thought you were like in your 20s at that time.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
plus, I told people I was 2 years older than I actually was, which that was another thing I should have done. But I was a fucking kid.
I mean, yeah, you're afraid of like the consequences of being that popular.
I was fucking like 12
and
13 and 14 when I was doing that shit. Like, I was fucking a goddamn kid. I really didn't understand that it would come and bite me in the ass later.
As a side note, I fucking love that picture of you playing Spy. Just like you're like a little kid turning around.
I was like a little. I was
you're
so
a baby.
Little, man.
Yeah, that was
absolutely,
awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy
I
that
grew
we're
up
still
with
around.
Team Fortress 2. But
But these fucking people, man. I don't know.
Well, it was a different formula, and like I just became like this kind of one-trick pony almost, because we would get hours of recording, but he would only use like the shit that he knows is gonna go well.
Make the Redditors go crazy.
Yeah, and people would always say, well, Bearded Expense is just a loud equals funny guy. Shit like that.
I get that
so I just have this
much.
whole stigma about me that's not even fucking true.
Yeah.
People think that that's my only joke because that's the only one. And I'm not blaming fucking Soundsmith. I'm not doing that. And if it sounds like I am, I apologize. I'm not meaning to blame him. He's he was running a fucking business. It was a fucking, he's got to make money. He's got to get views. It's a fucking business, man.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fault him for that. But it's like me being as young as I am, as young as I was, and nobody's really at fault for that, man. It is what it is. It fucking happened.
Yeah, some bits kind of catch on, definitely, and they just stick around. And I don't think you've had like a very strong like quote unquote bit ever since you've like separated and done your own stuff, especially since like I've come along to edit for you, because like I feel like we made a joke about how like I made those like meme shorts, and at the end of one like Soundsmith shows up and you're like, man, they're serving up Soundsmith, man. It's like a bunch of deer headlights, like, hey yo, you got him.
The fucking all the deer coming into the shop. Yo, wait. Where's my funny content creator reference? Reddit assemble.
Yeah, there's like a certain fan base that just like behaves so obsessively and weirdly, and I feel like when you detached from those like freaks that would just like make those consistent jokes and make the same bits over and over again, and you kind of veered off on your own shit, and then I came along to help you edit, like I feel like the jokes are definitely, they're not, I'm not going to say they're nuanced, but they're a lot more nuanced than just, look, it's a hot dog. It's like, you know, it's like we had a whole conversation about a poop knife, you know, and it's just like, on the surface, it's really stupid, but like, it was a good conversation, you know, and it wasn't just like,
funny as fuck, man.
It wasn't just like pee pee poo poo ha ha. It was like, it was just like a funny concept that we were just like dissecting, you know, and it's like, I really enjoy that kind of humor because it's like real shit. It's not like, okay, we're gonna do this bit and we're gonna fucking do this and that. It's like, no, we were just hanging out, you know. It's like a real energy. It's like a real fun time where like you can put it out and be like, this is me. It's not some bullshit I'm making up. Like, this is me.
Yes,
this is what I think is funny. This is what I want to put out, and people that like this and stick around to see it are gonna be more valuable in my life, anyways. You know, like it's just I don't like when people fake what they do and who they are. Because it just like, it's a lie, you know? And like, you stop having fun. You're just thinking like, what would be funny here? Like, what should we do to make people laugh? It's like, no, just be you.
There was so many bits back then that were just like scripted and like, oh, like, hey, you know, and you're gonna go here and you're gonna say this, and like, I'm not saying that that's wrong, you know, that's like being like a director, but it just, for me, it just felt weird and forced and like, I don't know, man.
It wasn't like, fun, right? It felt like a job.
Yeah, but it would be like uploaded and like shown to the public in a way that it was just a natural thing.
It was completely like manipulated, like it was a lie.
Well,
like
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know.
I guess that's the wrong way to put it, but like
it was kind of like, maybe it was kind of like Vanoss Gaming. Maybe he was trying to do like a Vanoss Gaming thing, because you could tell some of Vanoss's bits were like, it was like, oh hey, H2O Delirious, what's going on? And then some fucking guy pops out and this and that. And obviously that was scripted.
Yeah, but it was like very obviously funny. They'd laugh at the end of it because it was so stupid, you know.
I don't know, man. It's just I bet there's so many details from that era of my life that I don't even fucking remember. Like, there's so much shit. I'm like, oh yeah, wait, that did happen, or oh yeah, I completely forgot that person even fucking existed. Like,
well, man, I think we talked about it before too, where like when that thing went down and people start turning their back on you, you know, there's like a certain, it's like a culling, you know, where like all the ones that were never really by your side will fucking jump ship anyways, and then those real ones, like the core fucking foundation of your boys, you know, will stick around, and those are the ones that are gonna be around forever, you know. And like, I'm sure it was fucking horrible at the time dealing with all the shit and the rumors and people accusing you of shit and like wanting to fucking kill you, but like, you know, you crawl through a mile of shit and come out clean the other side, you know, where it's like you have these friends for life, you have a new style of like content that's just you know, you get to enjoy yourself and do as you please. And like, if that hadn't happened, like maybe you wouldn't have really had a conversation and met up, maybe you wouldn't have fucking gone to Oklahoma to hang out, you know, like all this shit wouldn't happen.
I know,
like,
you know, I
it's
say
crazy.
So, you know, as fucked up as the whole thing was, I'm almost thankful that it happened, because like I was just so lost at that point in my life, man. I don't know, I was so lost, and I just wasn't with the right people. I wasn't really with the right group of people. They just didn't. I had a revelation. I'm like, these people really never even fit me to begin with. You know, to be honest.
You were just like a prop for them, or like a little bit. They jingle around like keys at people.
Well, not for everyone. I mean, they were like, I had like genuine relationships with some of the people back then. You know, like we would talk about real shit still, but it's like, you know, so many people jumped ship and shit like that, and you know, for how I was acting, like me being all depressed and me just like not loving myself, some people I understood, because you can only be subject to that for so long.
Yeah,
it
becomes like
I was
poisonous.
Untreated. I was lost. I'm not gonna say that like, you know, I didn't do anything wrong. I did. I was, you know, but it's certainly not to the scale that people were making it out to be. You know, I was a fucking kid and I needed help, and I got help, and I fucking love myself to a great deal today. You know, but there's some very miserable people who are driven by revenge and spite and shit who are still going on about this shit.
Some people just want a villain.
Years later.
Some people just want a villain, bro. Like, they'll just pick a person and be like, this is the person we fucking hate this year, you know? Like, the Zesty hate kind of died down. He said some stupid shit, sure, here and there, but like, people like witch hunted that guy over some like very innocuous shit, where it's like they just pick somebody and they're like, you're the thing this year. We're gonna fuck you this year, you know? Like the Whammo hate. Like, I get if you don't like his content, his style of what his content was, but like, that guy helped me catch like 2 pedophiles. So like in my book, we had real conversations. We had like nights where we just chill and talk and just have just real shit. Like that guy's a real motherfucker. Like he's running a business, sure, on YouTube, but he's not a bad guy. He doesn't deserve fucking death threats and like all this bullshit. But I mean, the TF2 community seems like it likes to just pick something and just fuck with it, or a person, even if it's like unwarranted. And even if it is, when they learn and they're like, I've made mistakes and I want to genuinely move on, it's like they won't let it go. It's like you said, there's some like vitriolic people that just won't let shit go. It's like, is your life that fucking boring that you need to pick on some fucking person online for some shit that happened like fucking 3 years ago? Like you've never done anything wrong on the internet. I don't know. It just bugs me. So those people are just fucking insects, just making noise. You can just clap them like a fucking mosquito, like move on with your life, You just don't give them the attention because that's what they want. Fuck them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know too much about Whammo and Zesty Jesus, to be honest with you. I really don't know what
we keep to ourselves.
Up with them. I don't even know like what wrong they did. I'm not saying they didn't. I just don't know. I'm not really in the loop on that shit. I just don't care. It's just stupid. It's other people's lives. I don't know Whammo. I don't know Zesty Jesus. I don't give a fuck. They don't know me. They shouldn't give a fuck about me. Yeah. But people will do shit. They would compare me to like Mecha Wreck and shit like that. Like, oh,
wasn't that guy like an actual? Had like an actual real
he actually got in a call and jacked off with a fucking kid moaning in the call. I never did anything remotely like that, and it fucking pisses me off. I'm being
in the
legit.
Same boat as that guy and like rob the office.
I know. Seriously, some fucking people, man, they make me fucking sick. Like.
It's because they don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They're just hearing shit. It's like we said, they just hear shit and just go with it.
Yeah, and then it's just like
out.
that is a very hurtful fucking thing to say about somebody. I really don't give a fuck, about what a lot of people think about me. If I don't know you and like you're not in my life, and you don't know me personally, you don't know who I am, you don't know a fucking thing about me, you don't know my family. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. If you think I'm a terrible person, how the fuck would you know what kind of person I even am, period? It's like me trying to say you're a terrible person. I don't fucking know you. How can I be a judge of your character? I don't even know you. That don't make no fucking sense to me at all.
It's just a bunch of
people
bullshit.
Just want to think that they know everything. There's this I'm holier than thou attitude that so many people have online. It's just fucking stupid, man. And there's so many events and other shit that I don't get invited to anymore, because, I just got thrown to the fucking side by a bunch of people. I'm just too risky to be associated with some, and
so
that's how, if you're just about the brands and risky in public light to be associated with me, then fuck you, man.
You're an asshole. Yeah.
I'm a good guy. I know I'm a fucking good guy, and it took me a long time to really be able to tell myself that and mean it. Like, hey, you know what? I'm a good dude. I'm not a piece of shit. People were trying to make me think that I was a piece of shit for the longest time. I'm not a piece of shit. I made some mistakes. I was a lost, fucking untreated kid.
But then who doesn't make mistakes,
I definitely mistreated people, but I didn't do shit on purpose. I never. And people who try to say that, no, I didn't. You don't fucking know me. You never did. Okay?
Right.
I don't give a fuck who you think you were. If you say you were one of my close friends, in this era, no the fuck you weren't, because clearly you never knew me. All I'm gonna say about that, and don't go after nobody. If people listening to this, I'm just giving my own statement on this shit. I'm not looking to kick the beehive or nothing like that. I'm just talking about this because it feels good to talk about it. And nothing needs to get brought back up and flame fucking reignited. Just go about your fucking day. I'm just telling my side of my life that I've been living for the past few fucking years. I'm a very happy man now. I'm very happy. I love my life. I love life. I love it. I could cry. I love my life so much. Life is beautiful. I love my music and I love my people and I love the things I wake up for. We should all appreciate this fucking world we live in, man. There's so many great things to live for. If you're fucked up and you're fucking depressed, get up and put your fucking pants on, man. You don't got to be great. You don't got to cure cancer. Just love yourself, man. Look in the mirror and be like, hey, you know what? I live this life for me and I don't live it for nobody else. I got me at the end of the day. You got your people who love you, but at the end of the day, you got to live for you. You got to do what you want to do, Don't let anyone else project what they want through you. Hey, you should do this. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, unless you're like a pedophile or something, or like a terrorist or whatever. Don't be doing none of that. But listen,
I don't want to do
if you want to fucking kick your feet up, go do something. Love yourself and fucking do it, man. That's what I've learned. I don't look down on myself no more. I still have my fucking days where I'm fucking sad and I'm doubting myself, but we all do. Okay, I got scars, man. There's days where I wake up from a fucking nightmare, PTSD. I'm fucked up. I'm crying. But still, I get up and I try to love myself every day, every single day. And I'm very fortunate and blessed to have this life that I have. Bad things have happened to me, but fuck all that shit. I can focus on that and be like, oh, fuck, I'm a fucking victim, this and that. And people did me wrong and this and I was abused and I got fucking molested when I was a kid, this and that. I can sit there and roll over and fucking cry myself to sleep. Or I can get up and be like, you know what? I had good things in my life. I got people who love me. I got good friends. I got a community who fucking supports me. I have my grandparents who've helped fucking raise me when I was a kid, so I didn't have to live with my fucking mobster dad and my fucking mom who was strung out on drugs. Shit like that. So I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate the good shit in life. I don't need to focus on the bad shit. None of us do.
I feel like a lot of us like limit ourselves and like the shit we do in life. It's like in my life especially, like. When you're a dude in society, people expect you to behave a certain way and do certain things, and that's like whatever, right? Like you should be a responsible person. Yeah. But like if you're like kind of overly enthusiastic or like you're trying to be genuinely really like sweet and polite, like some people will make fun of you for that, and it's like I feel like a lot of people have a lot of desires and wants and needs and shit like that, but like it sounds really gay. It sounds really stupid to say this, but like people will shoot you down, and it's like there's a lot of things in life that you don't do or wish you could have done that you'll regret. And like one of the big like leaps I think that we've had like together especially was the meetup where it was like, fuck it, we're gonna fly everyone across the country and meet up together and hang out, and it's gonna be like something we've never done before, but we're gonna see how it goes. And it went fucking great. It was one of those things where it was like, yes, if absolutely. I was more of a pussy or like I was like more like nervous, I wouldn't have done it. But like the fact that we got out of our shells and said, fuck it, let's just go hang out was like amazing. Like we weren't like showering in fucking diamonds or nothing crazy like that. It wasn't like a fucking MVP VIP like fucking hangover weekend. It was just like us kicking it together, going to places, but like
oh, absolutely.
It was genuine, And
it was genuine. Great. We stayed in this fucking house, guys. Listen, guys, for everybody out there, man. If you're older than 18, you can make it fucking happen, man. You can make it happen. Fuck all this shit, man. Just do what you want to do. Live your life for you and the people who you love. Don't focus on nobody else. Fuck this internet drama. Get the fuck up out of bed. Put your fucking pants on. Go out, make some goddamn money. Rent an Airbnb. Everybody pitches in. Let's say it's like $1,200. You got like 6 people. Divide it amongst yourselves.
It's not bad, yeah.
There you go. $1,200 Airbnb is not bad. 6 people. Divide it amongst yourselves. Everybody meets up. We weren't living lavish and shit like that with all this fucking money. We were in this Airbnb. My buddy Ashton was sleeping on the fucking floor in the kitchen on a blow-up mattress. I was stepping over his fucking head at 3 a.m. because I wanted to make a sandwich. I wanted a cocktail, this and that. So listen, but we made it happen, man. There were people who were like a little awkward and shy in real life. I'm not really like that. It wasn't really like nothing for me. I'm no different in person than I am on a computer. But for someone like a Jalen, for instance, I was very proud of him. It took a lot to come out there. That was very big for him. It was a little awkward.
But it was great. I love Jalen. He was great.
For some other people too, it's overwhelming. We met 9 people in real life for the first time, and it was the fucking best week of my life. There's beautiful things in this life we all have to look forward to. Fuck TF2 drama. Fuck this other shit. If somebody's a fucked up person and you don't need to associate with them, that's a different story. But if you're keeping up with this shit, other people's lives, and you don't need to, make your own story. Why do I want to read a biography about you? You're so focused and you're living this through other people's achievements and other people's shit. You need to be the one to get up and make your own fucking shit for yourself. You don't need to be great. You don't need to be amazing. You don't need to be fucking Nobel Peace Prize, Time Magazine front cover. But just get the fuck up out of bed and live your life, man.
Yeah, people are
live your life. Don't live through somebody else's on a screen.
Yeah, people are too worried about what's the word? They're too worried about impressing other people, not just impressing themselves.
Exactly.
Like,
Impress
do your
yourself.
shit.
When I get dressed up and I shave and I slick my hair back and shit like that, I don't go out because I want other people. I want to look in the mirror and look at myself and say, hey, you know what? You're a handsome motherfucker. You're the motherfucking guy, all right? You're the motherfucking guy. You're the fucking man, you know?
Yeah.
You got this today. Not like alpha male fucking like Sigma shit, but it's like, hey, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I think I look good. You know, I'm a good guy. I know who I am. This and that. You know, I'm not lying to myself and beating myself up and shit. You know, I can love myself and appreciate myself and love those around me too, since I'm able to love myself. That's how you got to do it.
I want to talk about like the shit we did in Oklahoma because it's a lot of fun shit. But you just reminded me of a story. This is a kind of like a quick off-topic story, but do you remember that story you told me about how you were in class one day and some guy recognized you? Do you remember that?
I do remember that.
Okay,
yeah.
You said you were taking a piss, or what happened? What was that story? Like, how did they recognize you? Because that's a fucking really funny story.
So I was, it was in this English class. I was in Yukon High School in Oklahoma. Well, in Yukon, Oklahoma. I went to Yukon High School for a little while.
Put that on the Wikipedia.
And there was, dude, my fucking Wikitubia has some like really detailed. I mean, everything on there I have said before publicly, but it's like you really got to be a super fan to know a lot of that shit.
For whenever I'm with somebody, really quickly, whenever I'm with someone, I try to like purposely bait like Wikipedia autists. Sorry if there's a Wikipedia autist listening. I appreciate you. You guys are great. But like we were hanging out with Sam Wiz the other day, and like he talked about how he fucking hated blueberries, and I was like, hey, wiki guys, get that in his wiki. And like 10 minutes later,
every little detail.
10 minutes later, on his Wikipedia says, fun fact, Sam Wiz hates blueberries. It just says that. And that's just on his page now. It's fucking great. So I love to bait shit like that. But anyways, you were in this fucking English class, right?
Yeah, so I'm in this English class with these kids, man, you know, and my classmates and all of that shit. And I'm like, I've moved schools so many times that by that point, I'm just sitting. I'm not even trying to be social or nothing. I just kind of sit in the back of the class with my fucking one earbud in my ear, just kind of like doing what you got to do, get through fucking class. But we had a group project one day, and this kid who was sitting across the class from me, he got matched at this table with me, and he was working with me, and he's like, he looks up at me for a little bit, and he just says, he's like, hey, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, are you bearded expense? Dude, this is the first time ever in my life that I've been like recognized in public. So like my heart sank. I'm like, there's no way. How the fuck am I being recognized? I'm not like this. I'm not like a big deal. You know, I don't have like a million subs. What the fuck? And I'm like,
but you're very distinct. You know, the way you talk and the way you look. You're very you're a very distinct guy. So like, I'm sure when that happened, like your pupils dilated, like the base of your spine started, my God, the base of your brain started stinging.
This feeling?
And
I'm like, yeah, and he's like, oh, dude, that is so cool, man.
Cool. Just walked away.
And he wasn't like weird about it. No, he wasn't. He was kind of a cool dude. I don't know. He was kind of like this lanky guy, and I think he had a little bit of hair on his chin. You know, he had kind of like this foul hawk hair. He was a cool dude.
Was this like the Soundsmith era, or is this like between
this was like 20, I think it was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020 because I moved to Oklahoma in like January of 2020.
He just goes, oh yeah, I heard you're like a pedophile or something. Like you fucking...
I heard you like purposefully didn't pay a team of editors and you groomed a bunch of women and you're like 30 years old even though you're in class with me.
But that wasn't in the bathroom, that was in class?
No, it was in class.
I thought you were
never
taking
been recognized
a piss.
in a bathroom.
I thought you were taking a piss and he was like, you beard? And you just turn around A-posing. You start doing Chicken Invader, start doing the dance, and he fucking screams.
I've been recognized 3 times in public. And
how did that go?
All 3 times were at that school.
Really?
I have not been recognized since.
I mean, there's TF2 fans everywhere, so like eventually it's like, hey, wait a minute, what? Like, if that guy's listening, bro, shout out to you for being.
Hey cool man, shout out to everyone. If you're, I doubt they are now, but if you're listening and you came up to me and you were one of the guys at the Yukon High, that's pretty cool, man. Hey, you had the guts to do that. There was one guy who I was walking through the hallway, but you know, I had like my suit on, I had my shirt, I had my pompadour all done up. I mean, it could have been more obvious it was me. And this dude walks right up to me. He's like, "Hey, man, you're not bearded expense, are you?" And I'm like, "What makes you think that?" And he's like, "Oh shit!" Like as soon as he hears me speak, and I'm like, hey, why don't we get a picture, man? And he's like, yeah. And he's like getting out his phone and he can't even put in his passcode. He's like shaking so much.
Bruh,
And I'm like,
that's
I'm like, dude.
I'm just a dude, yeah.
It's just crazy. I'm like, I'm just a guy, man. I'm nobody, man. It's like crazy how I had this effect on somebody.
Yeah.
Like I don't bite. I put my pants on just like you every morning. I'm fucking just a guy. I'm just another student here,
Yeah, it's
yeah. But it's like I was thinking like, good on this fucking guy, Yeah, fucking good on you, man. I'm like, I respect that. You get up and you take the opportunity. You don't just look with your mouth agape and just let it slip away. Respect to those people who like weren't shy,
You should have shouted that self-conscious, like just look at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? And just like not your voice.
Fuck are you talking? What are you talking about?
You start faking him out like that guy in the baby video, like going, like you start like pump faking him with your fucking whole chest.
I'm all sweaty and fucked up.
He runs away crying. You just ruined it for him.
Yeah, I think I got the picture still. Let me get it.
If you can post it in your DMs, you could show me. But yeah, I mean, there's two classes of people. There's the people who have genuine respect for you, and they're like, I just want to say hi, I'm a big fan. And then you have those people that like revere you and or like they just want to get to know you because you're popular. Like I've had people come into my DMs and be like, hey, dude, you and Beard hang out a lot? I'm like, why? Because you already know what the fuck it's going to be, right? They're like,
oh, absolutely, yeah.
You should like collab. We should like collab or something. Oh, that's a nice picture. Look at that. That's dope. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
But fucking, they'll be like, oh, dude, you should like hit him up sometime. Like we should like collab or something. Like on the next stream or something like that. It's like, you're not a fucking fan. You're not a real person. Like, you just want clout, and for what?
We know what you're doing, man.
I feel like once you get the clout, it's like, now what? Like whatever, Like people chase that number or the fucking zeitgeist popularity. And once you're like established in like the zeitgeist or the fucking community, it's like, well, now what? Like nothing has changed besides occasionally people recognize me. Like you get over that shit real quick. It's really not all it's drummed up to be, like, oh, I'm popular now. People know who the fuck I am. It's like, okay, enjoy your 5 minutes of fame and then whatever, I guess, right? It's just people don't have that big picture where it's like we said earlier, like enjoy yourself and do as you want and be you and don't let people limit you,
Absolutely.
And when we were in Oklahoma, man, nothing surprised me more than like all the stupid tendencies that we have being real. Like I remember for the people that don't know, it sounds really stupid to say this, but I coined a term for it. Like I feel like you can attest to this. My brain just goes on autopilot sometimes. Like I'm listening, but also I just say shit. Like I don't care.
Oh, absolutely.
Or like it just doesn't make sense. And I nicknamed them rubberisms just because I was like, I need a name for it just to like categorize it somewhere and get little clips of it. Like I remember we talked about how like in our calls, whenever we're hanging out like with us or just whatever amount of people, you guys will say the most like coherent, normal shit and just go, huh? What? And like for some reason it just made you guys laugh, and I was like, and you guys were poking fun of me like, this isn't what are you talking? It's not a bit. And then we were hanging out in Oklahoma, and you guys were talking to me, and I went, huh? I just looked over at you guys.
Yeah, seeing your stupid bug eyes, like drunk, staring at me, it made me so fucking pissed. I wanted to strangle you.
You and Emily like just like stared at me, and I was like, huh? What? No. Like you learn that like a lot of the shit that we do is not like hammed up. It's like legit, It's like real. Like it's no bullshit. So like the thing was like something that like whenever I did it, it's like unconscious. Like that's just me. Like Ashton would be like, you're fucking faking that. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not. Like I don't know, cause like I don't think about it. It's just like, huh? What? Huh? And for some reason it got a lot of people that like me farting and going, huh, is all real. Like it's not a bit I do to fuck with you people. Like I just do it. And it's so weird when you like are close with someone online. Like firstly because like there's less judgment there from people that online, where there's like you get to know each other like on a conscious level, and you learn to respect and love each other no matter what. And when you finally meet in person, it's like this whole other visceral shit, like, oh my God, you're here, and it means more than a lot of people at home, because not a lot of people at home would go to this level and hang out with me, but like when we're like in front of each other, it is the fucking craziest experience. Like that first day when we were all just like staring at each other was so fucking funny. We're just like,
I know, dude.
Whoa. Like what?
Seeing like Zez, like fucking Zez West, pull up into my driveway and get out, and it's just Zez West in
You're like,
person.
what the
I'm like,
fuck?
I was like, what, dude? Like, it's already making me giddy just thinking about it, dude. Because
It's
like,
the funniest shit. It's like a
I
Christmas
know, dude.
present.
We're pulling up again. One more month, man.
Oh,
One more
yeah.
month, and it's happened. 1 month, 30
Dallas,
days. It's going
baby.
on, brother.
It's gonna be
Dallas,
great.
Texas, everybody.
But
you know,
holy shit, yeah. Like I remember, like I got off the plane. You know, I'm me. I'm dressed the way I am because, like, you know, people don't really know how I dress, how I behave. And I guess from the online perspective, and I've this is a side point, but I tell people like Sam and you that like the internet is basically just where I scream into a pillow and punch it to get all my fucking stupid energy out, and the rest of the day I'm like a normal dude. You know, I do normal shit, whatever normal may be. But the people that like know me at like a semi-surface level, who like know that I'm kind of like rambunctious and a little controversial just to be funny, will assume that I'm like a mega autist or some shit. But I'm just like a dude. Like, you couldn't pick me out of a crowd. Like, I wear my boots, my jeans, my fucking jacket. I'm like, you wouldn't look at me and be like, that guy's a fucking autistic TF2 Discord member. Like, you wouldn't just be like, that's the guy. Like, I'm pretty normal, you know. So like, I remember rolling up to your house. Oh no, I got off the plane because I jumped from my hometown to fucking Vegas, and then from Vegas, no, was it Vegas? I think I hit Vegas first, or was it? I think it was Vegas, and then I hit OKC, and I got off the plane. I'm like, who the fuck's here? And it's Christian and Jalen, and you know they already had met, and I was just waiting, looking for them, and they come rolling down, walking, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was just looking at them, like, this is crazy. I was like, we gotta take a picture of something, guys, and we're like getting on the fucking terminal. Know, dude. Yeah, we get on the terminal.
All those pictures saved.
They're great, dude. We have all the media, like a couple of like. There's like 100 gigs or more of just shit from what we were recording and taking pictures.
From like Emily's fucking
There has to be like a super cut. But you know, we pull up to your fucking house. We're like driving through like bumfuck Oklahoma City. Like, I didn't realize how flat and boring it was there, dude. Like, it kind of sucked. Like, half of the city was cool, but the rest is just like flat, like cracked pavement, cracked sidewalks, fucking like dispensaries everywhere. And then we're pulling up to your neighborhood. There's like a fucking like lonely little Subway, just kind of like in the middle of nowhere. And then we pull up, and I was like, "Is this a fucking house?" And Christian's like, "Yeah, I think this is it." And then like I get out, and I just see you appear in the door, and you just like open the door, and you're standing there. And I was like, "Whoa, what the hell?"
I know, dude. I
remember I was like, "What's up,
we
dude?"
we were hyped the fuck up. Man.
Oh, it was
I like
great.
hugged you immediately. I'm like, dude, man, my fucking boy is here, man.
I went to give you like a hug, and you just like grabbed me and just pulled me in. I was like, okay.
I know, man. I got love for my boys, man.
Met your family and shit. We were all hanging out in your room was probably the funniest shit, dude. Like, that was so weird. Where it's like, I've seen this.
I know,
room.
It's like, dude, this is where it all happens, man.
This is where all the fucking bubble butts go down. Like, all the fucking burps and fucking farts and shit. Like, it's all in this room. I remember, I was like, let me sit in your chair and fucking rip ass. And I did. And
I know.
Got in your bed, rolled around, fucking. I think this was the end of the trip, though. When what was that fish game that I ignored? What was that
Feeding
game?
Frenzy.
I was like, how do you
play the Feeding Frenzy PlayStation 3 port?
I played Feeding Frenzy PS3. I got handed the controller. I'm like, I don't care. And I just skipped all the tutorial. 2 seconds in. How do I play?
Yeah.
And that wasn't a bit. I was like, that was real. Like, you saw me.
You like didn't read the little baby tutorial with like all the little pictures and shit. You skipped to the picture book.
But like, that wasn't a bit. That was real. Like, you know, like, you saw me. I wasn't fucking around. Like, I wasn't laughing. I was like, how do you play? And like,
it's like it's such an easy formula. It's like a little meter at the top that shows you what fish you can eat, and all you do is eat fish and grow bigger. Don't get eaten by like the larger fish.
I didn't know. And I remember Jalen was like, you're fucking stupid. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know nothing.
Oh, fuck.
But Oklahoma was great. Day one, we were kind of just like getting to know each other really face to face. And then you got sick like the first like third of the trip, which really fucking sucked, man.
I know. I was sick by the time you got. I was still sick by the time you. So listen,
you were like a beached whale, man. You were fucked
Turtle Kano was gonna come out to my house first. She was coming midnight the day before, and I'd been like crushing on her for the longest time, you know. But I didn't really like make it known because she was just saying like she wasn't ready for a relationship and shit like that, you know. So I didn't want to put that on her. And I don't want to tell her during the trip either, because this is like a
Make it
big time
weird.
for her. She's meeting all these people for the first time in person.
Mhm.
It's already very overwhelming for her. So it just wasn't the right time. But here I am. I'm meeting like my big fucking crush for the first time in person after knowing her for like a year and a half, and I'm like all nervous and shit. And I have fucking COVID now. I'm all COVID fucking, and she gets there, and I'm like, I feel all delirious and lightheaded, and I can't even enjoy like her being there like at the first. Like I was literally getting super fucked up by the time she was there.
Oh,
And
dude, yeah, you were
I
fucked
was
up.
like in bed. She like hooked up the Wii, and I was laying in bed, and I couldn't even do it. I was like all fucked up, literally, man. And she had to go into my own cabinets in my grandma's house and get a rag and like
Wet
almost
it.
like take care of me.
You
Dude.
poor fucking thing, man.
I'm like, I'm just this fucking poveretto laying in bed, like just delirious and fucked up, like ready to die.
Well,
And
because like day one, you were like okay, like you were still like up and moving and shit.
yeah, I was
And,
like up and moving and all that stuff. I could like function at a base level, but I was like still like my head hurt and shit and all that. And oh man, it was bad. Dude, can you guys believe that? I'm usually very healthy. I like never get sick. I like never get sick.
And it has to
But
happen.
then
The
my
week that
trip
we
comes
hang out.
around. I paid a fucking $1,000 for this Airbnb, $500 for this photo shoot. This trip comes around, and I get sick with fucking COVID on the first day.
It fucking sucks,
And
man.
for like 1/3 of the week, I can't even do ugats with my friends. Guys, listen. I
You were
was
dead.
laying in bed in the master bedroom. I was hearing everybody have fun out in the living room, like laughing and shit. And I was just in this dark bedroom laying in bed because I was all fucked up with COVID. My throat was fucking killing me so bad.
As fucking stupid as it sounds, we should have taken a picture of that dark room and photoshopped your like classic dead Family Guy pose on the bed. That was
So
literally
stupid.
you. It was literally
It's
you.
so
Though. You were
dumb.
just
That
dead.
literally was me, man. I was fucked up. But this next trip, none of that's gonna happen. It's gonna
Oh,
be
hell
great.
no. It's gonna be good.
working
Knock
out.
on wood,
It's
man.
always working out for us. That's
You
the
missed out on
mindset to have.
the rubber special, man. The tacos were out of the fucking sight. Like
I missed
made a
out
full
on
platter,
good old
dog.
Rubber's classic fucking style of sweet
Fuck
taco.
you. Fuck you. Now I gotta bookmark that. You fucking asshole. Hold on. You're a piece
But
of
listen. I missed out on Rubber's tacos. He made them classic Mexican street style tacos, and everybody was fucking raving about how goddamn good they were.
'Cause
And
they
I'm
were.
like, And by the time I got up, because I was all COVID fucking 19'd up, I couldn't even fucking. It was all gone,
It's all
man.
gone. We'll make more.
Fucking
don't worry.
Ugats left. It was so bad.
But we had a good time. I mean, we were making sure you
Great
weren't
time.
dying. I was like, here's some tea, here's some medicine.
I still had a
Don't
great
die.
time. Even with all the shit that kind of went wrong during that week, I still had a great time.
Yeah, it's not gonna go perfect, you know. Plans change, and some people have different moods. But
This
like,
next one's going to be way better.
oh, dude, it's gonna be so many fucking people. It's gonna be so
That I
fucking
know.
hectic,
17
dude.
in a perfect world. I doubt everyone's going to show, but 17 in a perfect world, that's just fucking crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if we can talk about who's gonna. Can we talk about who's gonna be there, like at the place? You think they're cool with that? I don't think it's a big deal, right? Like, you
Yeah,
and
we
me are
can
gonna
talk
be
about
there.
who's going to be. I mean, there's one person who we can't name because they're still associated with some vindictive people who would totally like castrate him if they
And I
found
don't
out
even
he was
remember
still
who it
hanging out
is,
with
so
me.
it's like I don't know. But I know that like I remember I floated it by Samwiz. I remember that, and like he was like, okay, fuck it. And I was like, wait, really? He's like, yeah, I'll go. But like he's gonna get his own place, you know, whatever the fuck with his boys. But like we're gonna have
Yeah,
Sam down
I don't
there.
even have enough room for Sam.
No, he's
either.
not gonna squeeze in there.
Yeah.
Joey's gonna be there.
That's so crazy,
That
man.
is
I'm
crazy.
so excited,
Dude,
bro.
we cannot
Dude,
wait to go to
listen,
the club
you
and
know,
crush bitches. Dude, it's gonna be great.
Through all the shit that's happened with me and my other people through the years, it's like it's really made me appreciate the people who stuck by me and stuck by me and said, know my character. Say, hey, he's not a piece of shit. He's a good guy. I know my friend. He's a good guy. Like he's not perfect, but it's
But we
not.
had
He's not
fun.
like this monster who needs to fucking go away forever. And
No,
people stuck by me. And coincidentally, it was Joey and Centro, the two guys who were in their 30s, probably because they're grown ass men. They're like, this is fucking stupid. He's a teenager, But Joey's a good dude. I look at
He's
him
a great
almost
dude.
like an older brother. He's a great guy. You know, he's always been there in my fucking corner. And I can't wait to see that motherfucker in person. It's gonna be so great.
Oh, it's gonna be the shit, bro.
It's
He's
so
really
great,
tall, or
man.
really short. I don't know.
That picture is gonna go so fucking hard, dude.
Go hard as
Me
fuck,
and Joey, like, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm all autistic and giddy, man.
Yeah, but that's what life's all about.
Listen,
You're
guys.
enjoying your life.
Listen to me. Listen to Robert. This is what the good shit in life. Fuck all the bad shit. Fuck all the drama. Don't make that your main focus of why you operate in this world, man. Just go out and do great shit and love your people, love your friends, and love yourself and love what you do, okay? Just get up and do it, man. Fucking meet up. Come out of your shell. You have to be a little uncomfortable to get comfortable. If you just comfy your whole life, come on, man. You got to get out of your shell. Do something new. You don't got to be great. It doesn't happen all overnight. But, set a plan for yourself. Get people together. Make something happen. It could be fucking magical. It's very possible.
Yeah, just make a fucking effort and get out there and just do it, man. Like, it's possible. Don't let people, shame you into, not doing something. Just meet with someone that you really know. Don't meet with a pedophile that's going to throw you the back of the hand.
Yeah, absolutely. Meet with your buddy who you fucking known for, 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay? Because that's fucking special. Hey, we're sitting here, we're doing something fun. Go out, go fucking go-karts and shit. Hey, fuck you, motherfucker. Laughing and shit. Go out to fucking go bowling, this and that. Your friend's about to go bowling. You fucking push him or something. Oops. You're at the arcade. He's playing a racing simulator game. You grab the wheel. You're feeling kind of suicidal, man. Shit like that. It's funny, man. It's fun. You're fucking alive, and you don't gotta focus on nothing negative. You're doing something beautiful with your time.
And yeah,
that's how it goes.
Even the little things, like when I went grocery shopping at Costco with fucking Kano and fucking Christian, was a lot of fun because you're just kicking it. It's just whatever. We had a great time.
Even those small things matter. Just quality time spending with people, man.
Fuck yeah.
Focus on that.
Well, let's go over a couple of things that happened. First of all, I fucking hate this, but you have which it can only be described as an autistic obsession with Carmageddon. If people don't already know this about you, your fucking autistic obsession with the game, literally makes me want to blow a fucking gasket sometimes. And I remember, of course, you brought your rig, so we could do stuff at the Airbnb, whatever the fuck. And I don't know if it was day 1 or 2, your ass fucking set up the computer, and the first thing you did was play fucking Carmageddon. I was so mad at you, dude. I was actually mad at you. I have a video of you playing this fucking game.
Me old fat sitting at the computer playing Carmageddon. You can just walk up and smash the hammer in the back of my head.
You go, but that was just oh my fucking god, dude. It was so fucking funny that it wasn't a bit either. It really is who you are. Carmageddon. You just whip it out.
A lot of people who are good fans of me, and even people from the era long past, because this is a game I played. My grandfather, when I was a kid, he got me into computers. He got me into computers. And because he knew technology was the future. That's what he always said. He wanted his grandkids to have a start on technology because it was the future. This is the new age, shit like that. And he had this silver brick hard drive, probably many terabytes. It was this big hard drive, and he plugged it into the computer.
Damn.
My grandpa. My grandpa was the fucking man.
Sounds awesome.
Okay? They don't make them like that no more. That's a fucking fact. Neither you nor me could ever hope to be like my grandpa. There's no way. That he was the fucking man. You want to say jack of all trades? That's your fucking guy. He could do everything. Work on your car. Know how to take care of a shed. Know how to put together a computer. Know your finance. He could tell. He was like fucking Mike Ehrmantraut. Just as knowledgeable as human fucking library. This guy, he's the motherfucking man. This stoic motherfucker. He was a badass.
Those guys are treasures, man.
I'll talk more about him. But he had this silver brick hard drive with all these pirated games on it. Hundreds of games, all pirated. Fucking everything. Plants vs. Zombies and Carmageddon and Feeding Frenzy and all these fucking PC games. I fucking ran rampant. That fucking brick hard drive got plugged into my computer and my brothers, and we were playing games and shit. We would transfer the games on a computer, all that stuff. And so Carmageddon, one of the reasons I love it so much and I still play it so much to this day is just because you know, like you ever seen that meme where it's like men will turn 4 and base their fucking personality off one of these?
Yeah.
And it's like a monster truck, a fucking astronaut, a World War II soldier, a fucking bulldozer,
Cowboy,
train,
yeah.
the cowboys, or fucking pirates or some shit, you know. For me, it was always like just this. I just love big fucking vehicles and destruction derbies, man, and racing
cool shit,
around and fucking like one of the reason I love Carmageddon so much is because the vehicle diversity in it. I love it so much because there's like really just there's every vehicle you could imagine. There's motorcycles. There's a combine harvester like Frank from Cars, the fucking combine farm fucking vehicle. There's tractors. There's a giant ass dump
Fucking
truck. I'm not
autist.
saying like a dump truck you'd see on the. I'm talking about like the ones in the quarry. Like it's like 3 stories tall. It's a huge building on wheels. There's monster trucks. There's semi trucks. There's a garbage truck. There's a fucking ice cream truck. There's like a hearse. There's a race car. There's a Formula fucking open wheel car. There's a plow. There's every fucking vehicle you could possibly imagine in this game and more. And I just love it's like when you start up a race, it's like, oh, there's a monster truck. There's and it's just all these different vehicles just smashing into each other and fucking bombs and explosions and fucking rock music, yeah, fucking running people over.
Would
and
you say that you're autistically obsessed?
I would, absolutely.
Okay.
There's fucking buses and shit. I just turn off my brain and just fucking running people over and shit like that. To this day, I have not seen a game with more vehicle diversity than Carmageddon. I mean, you can drive a fucking plane on the road, and just run people over with a goddamn plane. It's so great.
It's pretty cool.
You know,
Plus
that's why I love the game so much and I play it so much. It's just good to turn your brain off and just drive into people and kill them.
Shout out to the Race-O-Rama mod, which people should get for free anyways. It's definitely
the Rage-O-Rama mod?
Rage-O-Rama, excuse me.
Yeah, it's Carmageddon TDR 2000 Rage-O-Rama. I have an update coming soon. I'm editing all the vehicle driving specs right now. For the people who do care.
It is genuinely, they put a lot of effort into it. So, like, you know, if you want to check it out, and money, you should check it out. I think one of the main guys that modeled stuff died in the Ukraine-Russian war. We joked about how like
no. He didn't actually do anything for me. He like couldn't get his head around it. But like I don't know,
contacting him,
guy.
and then like he just like went radio silent. It's like the first bombs hit Ukraine.
I have not. None of us have heard from him, man. He's not on any of the forums anymore.
We hope that he's okay. Holy shit.
I hope he's okay.
But no, yeah, the Rage-O-Rama is. I played it. I give it shit, but it is fun. I just don't know how you do it for hours and hours. But everyone's got their thing, you know.
Everybody does have that thing. That's just mine.
I'm
man.
glad
just
that
racing cars.
I'm glad you fucking whipped it out in fucking Oklahoma in front of everybody just to be like, look at you, and just.
I do it sometimes because I know it'll piss people off and it just makes me laugh. But you know, you know, the reason I would play something more modern, but just there's no game that does it like Carmageddon does today. Mm-hmm. You know, and I love the driving physics, you know, but there's problems with TDR 2000 specifically. Carmageddon 3, TDR 2000, released in 2000, is the base game for my Rage-O-Rama mod. It's a community project, but the game with all this new content, it crashes a lot, it's unstable. Sometimes you'll just clip into a lamppost and just fucking crumple and explode, like the fucking Titan submarine. You'll just fucking implode and like just die out of nowhere, you know?
Just dead.
Yeah, you just like sometimes you just drive over a patch of road that's not like that wasn't done properly, and you'll just clip into it and just blow up and die. You know, it's like random and fucked up.
That's the charm in it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like Hot Wheels Unleashed and shit like that in these other games. It's too one-dimensional. You know, Carmageddon's got it all for me.
One thing definitely. I can respect the diversity. It's just cursed to be like. From a different era. If it was like made modern with the same love and attention, it'd probably be one of the greatest games ever, easily. You know?
Oh, dude, absolutely.
I don't want to make it come in your pants, but that's a possibility there. But
I know, man. I have this whole folder with all these ideas. Like if I ever get like Mr. Beast big or some crazy unrealistic shit like that, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. I would get a studio. I would make a new car game that doesn't crash. It has like fucking different modes, like a Rocket League game mode, like a Tron game mode. Like a fucking capture the flag, shit like that. Twisted Metal game mode, Mario Kart game mode. You know, like all these different modes with all these cars and a story mode and just all this crazy shit. I have all these stories and ideas and concepts and vehicles in this folder. I have all this concept shit for this fucking game. I have it all laid out, man. Balancing, power-ups, everything.
Man, this guy loves what he's doing. He's obsessed.
It's my passion, man. You know, but it's like, it's just something I do on the side. Just get my everyone needs something on the side. Get your creative energy out. Whether you got your art you post to Twitter, or your stories you write, or your fucking sculptures you make, or your voice acting, or just your music, or whatever you do, your gardening. Everyone needs an outlet. That's kind of mine, is this modding Carmageddon and making my own concepts for my own potential game in the future. That's what I'm thinking about.
We've discussed, passion and love and all that. Now we got to talk about the fear that came when we went to fucking Oklahoma City's shittiest fucking amusement park, and I think the third worst amusement park in America, fucking Six Flags Frontier City. Dude,
guys,
that place. First of all, it was really fucking hot, so like it was already kind of draining there.
Fucking hot.
But that whole trip was fucking funny as shit.
I was fucking drenched, man.
We joked for months before that we were gonna on a roller coaster together, and then
we actually were, and we're like, wait.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, like nah. Like I fucking hate roller coasters. Like I refuse to get on them.
I do too, man.
I fucking hate them. I just don't know why I can't do them. I just can't. Like maybe if you ride them once, I'll start riding them again. But even then, it's like if it's been longer than a year, I'm not doing it again. But I remember we did a bunch of shit. Like we went to like the main dining hall, checked out a bunch of different areas. Someone mentioned one of your haters was like, "Oh, that's kind of gross, Beard." When like we were walking down the fucking long hall towards like the water park, and you just open the women's bathroom and go, "You pee good," but like you didn't look in. You just kind of yelled it.
It's not like I went in there and fucking fuck. All I did was like cracked the door to the women's. I'm like, "You dare me to crack it and say you pee good?" So I did. Everyone was like, "Yeah." So I walked up to the door, I cracked it open slightly, and just said, "You pee good," and then closed it. And I heard my voice reverberate. Nobody was probably even in there,
There was one lady pooping. You helped her get her constipation over.
Yeah, she sucked it right back. She's like, oh.
But that shit was fun. And I remember a couple of key moments, like when we were on the fucking, we got on the carousel. I remember Christian just like having the most stoic, like potbelly look on his face.
Yes,
Emily
got a picture of Christian because Christian had like the most annoyed, like, I don't want to be here. Look with his fucking potbelly. It was so fucking funny, man.
He looks so annoyed.
Are you showing pictures that I post on screen on the podcast?
Yeah, we can show images and stuff here. And
yeah. So when it's go back for context and show the picture. Let me get this one of Christian.
Don't worry. It's all in post. Don't worry. I have the amazing editor, me, on it. Don't worry. It's already on screen. Don't worry about it. It's already been posted. Don't worry. Look at that. He looks so upset.
I know. He's just done. He's like, he just doesn't want to be there. Poor Christian. He was fed the fuck up by the end. He was like, "You better tell Rubber he's got 2 minutes or we're fucking leaving." And I'm like, "Yep." I agree. Because I was like kind of hot and sweaty too. I'm like, "Oh my god, I just want to go home."
Well, Zez and Ashton left early, right? They're like,
Zez and Ashton were already long gone.
And they already had pizza by the time we were home. I was like, "What the fuck?" But I remember when we were like in line for the roller coaster, and it was like SpongeBob and Patrick going like the little baby roll. Like we were actually scared as fuck. Like I remember being in line, and like it was funny up until we were in the line.
Yeah, dude.
And when there's like you can't get out of the line, you're like you're here. It's like
I was coping by making jokes and shit.
That's how I was doing it too,
dude. Because like, listen, I'm guys, I'm a fat fuck. You guys know I'm a fat motherfucker.
I got a funny story.
You see me on a screen,
too.
but you see me in person. It's a whole different story. I'm a fat motherfucker. I am huge. Okay,
Big boy.
I'm a 6 foot fat fuck. So I sit in this fucking like roller coaster seat. And this guy, there's this big like brace that goes over you, like goes over your head.
For context, it kind of scoops you. Imagine like a baby booster seat, but like it scoops you instead of you sitting in it. Like your legs kind of go up a bit, so
you like kind of like
you're cradled
fall into it almost.
Yeah, you're cradled into it, so like you can't fall out of it. But like Beard was saying, he got put into it. We're like side to side because it's like groups of two, like in a line together, hanging. Yeah, you hang from the bottom of it, and we're first of all, we're like in line, and Beard's cope is to make jokes, and like once we're in that line, like this big fucking black gate fence around us, and we're getting closer and closer. I talk less and less, dog. I just stopped talking. I was just staring.
Yeah, Robert, you were just kind of tapping your foot and like looking around a lot. Like, I'm like, yeah, he's fucking nervous, man. Bro, yeah. I'm nervous as fuck too. I'm like all like I'm doing that thing that I do where I like lean side to side like really quick.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm nervous and shit, tapping my foot, snapping my fingers, whatever. We get inside the ride, dude. This big brace that goes down over you is supposed to click. Like, so it's secure. This guy, like, he goes, like, he puts his body down, but it doesn't even click. So I'm just holding on to it. And I'm like, and then he walks away. I'm like, hey, what? And then he didn't hear me or whatever. I'm like, oh, fuck me, dude.
You know, like when you're playing like Left 4 Dead and you're desperately trying to revive a friend, I like immediately turned to you and started pushing on it, trying to push it down. I was like, I don't want you to fucking die. And, like, it's funny now looking back, but in the moment you're like, wait,
yeah,
what?
I'm like nervous, but I'm like coping so hard by making all these jokes. I'm like, yeah, but like, I'm like saying to Ruben, I'm looking at Ruben. And I'm like, what if I fly out and die, Like some shit style. Like that.
You Beyblade
but like
Ninja
20% of me really thought I was going to fly out like cartwheel off the fucking thing. like a fucking
star.
Looney Tunes hole shaped like me to like one of the fucking tents.
Except you realistically splatter everywhere. Like you actually dead as shit. Oh, dude, it was so scary.
Like a 9/11 jumper photo. Dude, if someone got a still of me flying off there, I'd want them to Photoshop me falling off the
Turtle was taking Polaroids. It was to be the perfect Polaroid. You're like,
I know, dude, that'd be so good. Just a Polaroid of me starfish falling like a shuriken. like all the guys who fly off the bike. You just edit one of them to be me. Show that GIF on screen when you say that. You had one of the starfish guys flying off to just be me. Like, wait, who's that guy?
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It's so fucking funny, man. You know, but like we were all right. We screamed out. Me and Rubber like we're holding hands. We screamed out, "I'm stimming!"
Yeah, I couldn't even say it. I just screamed. I couldn't focus enough to be like, oh fuck! And I just screamed, and like I think we rode. It wasn't the Silver Lasso. I don't remember what it was called. I'll find it and post it. But it wasn't even like the biggest, like most badass roller coaster. Like a lot of people will laugh at us because it wasn't even that bad. But a majority of the rides were like out of order. You know, that shit kind of sucked. And we got off, and I was like, okay, like I think I could do it again now that I've done it like just now. You know, but in that moment, dude, I think the worst part is when like the group in front of you gets on and then you scuffle forward and you're just staring at the roller coaster and you're like, I can't chicken out. Like, this is it. I'm fucked.
Yeah, this is it. It's just, it feels like literally we're waiting forever.
Yeah, and then you get put in the seat and you're just kind of like, you're like looking left and right going, and then like when everyone steps clear and you start rolling, you're like your asshole clenches so fucking hard.
I can't. I know they're safe, man, but I can't even enjoy roller coasters. Like, even if nothing happens, I can't. I don't enjoy them at all.
I don't like the nervousness.
It's just not a good experience. I'm like, I didn't fucking like that.
Yeah,
so it's like I don't even do them. What's the point?
I enjoyed it, but like it's got to be the right people, the right context and shit. But I guess we're just pussies or whatever. But we got off.
I don't know. Fuck it, man. I'd rather be a pussy than be on Live Leak. You know what I'm saying? Be on like USA True Crime Today on Instagram.
It'd
like
be so fucking funny.
Flying off the fucking thing.
It'd be so funny if it was like clear enough to where like your body's kind of blurry because you're flying at like 50 miles an hour, but your eyes are glazed over. You're like you already passed out. Like you're not gonna feel it. You're not gonna feel it. You're not gonna feel it. You know.
I'm already fucking passed out from shock.
You're not gonna feel it, dude. You're not gonna feel it. It's gonna be over. Like it's done. Like, the moment you left the seat, the G-forces were. I'm
like the video of the guys in the truck where the guy just gets sucked out the fucking window. Just like just pass out, just fucking sucked and thrown out. It's just dead weight.
Oh, my side teeth. Oh my god.
That is fucking so funny.
Oh, yeah, but fucking it's such a great feeling, because it's like actually us doing this stupid shit where it's like, yeah, you can go out with your friends and yada, but it's like when it's like these close people and you're doing this shit like in like real life, it's the funniest fucking shit. Like I remember after that we were like done with the rides, we're like fuck, and then Mo, Turtle, and I think Ruben got on like the brain drain or whatever. It's just like a big circle.
Mo, Emily, and fucking Ruben got on that shit, and we were just looking like we were almost holding each other, consoling each other, like looking. We were like shocked. We were like,
I already had kind of a headache because the heat and shit. But like, imagine being upset, all the blood pressure in your fucking head with that heat. Oh my god,
dude! I wasn't even on that shit. I was all nervous. Like I was like, oh.
You just see Ruben fall. Just
see Mo like. Mo's just too skinny. He slips his
He just drops like a water droplet and just falls. Oh my god. We were done with major rides after that though, and then
dude, yeah, I'm not getting on nothing in Dallas, man. I don't have that shit's not even fun for me, man.
And then we get to the fucking bumper cars, where if you want to tell the story, it's pretty fucking funny. Like,
so okay, we get in these bumper cars. And it's like 6 or 7 of us. I'm pretty sure it's like all 7 of us. These bumper cars, they're supposed to have like safety fucking seat belts and shit, and like braces. But these belts were loose. Like these straps were loose. They were loose on me. So like this show is fuck not gonna hold like Emily or Jalen. And like God forbid if someone crashes. So Emily has the video of this from her point of view. She was recording her. Shit. We got this sudden wise idea to go, like it was impulsive, like it was quick thinking on our feet. We had this idea. She was at the opposite end of the track. I was at the opposite end. We were both facing each other. So we just floored it, and we were getting ready for a head-on collision. And the whole video, I just have this retarded, like, mouth-breathing fucking smile facial expression. I'm like, fucking like, no. And she crashes into me, but she fucking flies forward and smashes her face into the steering wheel and drops her phone. And I was like, oh, fuck, oh, shit. And she looks back up, and there's this blood running down her lip. I'm like, oh, fuck, oh, God. So I immediately reverse and pull over to her. And she's like, her eyes are all wide in her eyebrows. She's like in shock. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
Uh-huh.
How bad is it? What do you feel? And she's like, I don't know. And then in the fucking video, it's just me. I crash into her phone falls onto the track, and then fucking Ruben comes over and grabs it with the smile. He goes, I got it. I got it. And he holds up her phone, not even aware that she's like dying of cancer. And then the guy controlling the ride says, oh, no phones, man, no phones. He's like, oh. And then the recording just ends.
I go, Ruben, cut this shit out. And he goes,
we're like, oh, fuck, come over here. Stop the ride. And they stopped the fucking cars, and we're talking to the trauma people. And it wasn't that bad. She busted her lip.
But it was clear. Healed up. It was clear through.
Yeah, but it was bad. But
I let her know it wasn't that bad, but it was kind of bad. But it helps to calm someone down. Like, it's not that bad,
it's like
dude, if I got shot,
she didn't lose no teeth. She didn't get a concussion. I'm looking if one of her pupils is bigger than the other.
Dude, if both of my legs were missing, I'd want you to tell me it's not that bad, just to get me through.
It's not that bad, man.
Look at my legs, man. Just fucking like crumpled.
Still be able to play TF2, man.
They're just like fruit roll-ups. You're good. You're fine. You're good. Don't worry. It would get me through the fucking trauma,
It's like tank tread mark impressions in your legs. They're like bent.
You'll be fine. Like, walk it off.
That's nothing, man.
We just gotta go get the EMTs real quick. But the EMT is really nice. So, we have to ask you certain questions, blah, 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 for legal reasons. I'm not sure if they ever got back to her. Did they?
I don't think they did. We just told them, like, if we got a suggestion, I'm like, hey, listen, guys, you can observe visually, you're not going to say it, so I will. I'm a big fat motherfucker. Those straps were even loose on me. So they're not going to be holding, you guys got to get more tight safety on those fucking bumper cars, because they're not go-karts, they're bumper cars. They're meant to bump and crash into each other.
We weren't going to fucking try to sue
them. Need to be secure in that fucking thing,
I think that's what they were thinking, we might try to sue them. We were like, dude, fuck that. Just, fix the straps. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, whatever. Your shit happens. We were having fun. Just fix your fucking shit, man, because then someone actually is going to sue you guys.
Definitely. And then we go back to the fucking, this is skipping a lot of shit, but we go back to the gift shop, and I remember, no, this is like in the line somewhere, I think after that, I remember you explicitly state online when we were hanging out, it's like, I'll do embarrassing shit in public and I don't care. And then you did that thing with the Minecraft shirt kit, and I had to fucking walk away, dude. It was so embarrassing.
Dude, listen, I'm not like big talk kind of dude.
No, you do it. You do it.
Like,
Tell that story.
I'm like, I'll do embarrassing shit like that I think is funny because it makes me laugh.
Tell
like, I literally went up to a bunch of random people. I'm like, hey, you guys like Minecraft? Yo. And like, dude, Robert, you like, yes, you literally had to walk out of the room.
I 180 and I walked the fuck away.
I know. It was like this Redditor kind of looking dude with like a beard and like a Mario shirt or whatever and glasses. He was like probably in like his 20s. And this other guy, he was like this, I don't know what he was. He was like a dad, and he had like his kids with him and shit like that. And there were like a couple people just talking like, "Hey, you guys like Minecraft?" And the one Redditor guy's like, "Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, sometimes I like Minecraft." And I'm like, "Hey, what about you, man?" I turned to the guy, the father. He's like, you just look at him, he's like a blue collar guy. He works for his family. He's doing
is he like an Indian dude, a white dude? What was his race?
What?
Not that it matters, but it was. I feel like was he an Indian dude? He looked like Indian, right?
I don't know. He was brown. And he didn't. He had an accent. He was like, "Oh, I don't know Minecraft," and I'm like, "I don't know Minecraft," and I'm like, "Oh, well, yeah, well, I mean, come on, Minecraft has got like the blocks in it, and it's a blocky game, kind of like Super Mario." He's like, "Oh, yes, I know Minecraft. My kids play Minecraft," and I'm like, "Dude, you know Minecraft, man? It's like this badass Bear Grylls survival game. You're out in the wild, man. It teaches
you really said
survivor
this shit
skills."
to someone in public.
Yes, I went up. I said all this shit, man. It was so fucking.
Didn't you like
funny.
brofist the kid too?
I was like, brofist, man. No, not the kid, the father. I'm like, brofist, man.
Brofist is the dad in front of his kids. Like when he started going like, it's like a blocky, and I had to leave. I was like, I gotta go. It was still like an earshot, and you left, and I was like, what the fuck, dude? But like, I mean, it's true. Like you did it. No bullshit. I have a really bad poker face when it comes to funny shit. I don't know how you pull that off.
Sometimes.
Zez has a great one too. Zez is a really good one too.
Zez
is fucking amazing.
Fuck, man.
Shout out to Zez. And
shout out to Zez West. That dude he is funny as fuck and a great friend.
I love him. He's because he's genuine. He's really genuine.
Yeah, that's all my boys are. That's why I love my boys, man.
Yeah, but especially
great
him.
People.
It's like a funny innocence where they'll say something really fucking stupid or do something really stupid, but like he kind of means it. So it's even funnier. But
yeah, he'll go like, "Oh my god." He does that.
He does. And then we left the park because it was hot as fuck, and we got pizza from a really nice local place. It was called like Red Pepper Pizza or some shit like that. I don't think I have a picture of it, but shout out to those guys. They were fucking awesome. Let me see.
I remember Ashton told me this story. My buddy, you guys might know his name is Shag, Orchid Chord, but we call him Ashton. He's a good guy. He's cool. Known him for a long time. He's one of the guys who stuck by me. But so Zez Wes, my buddy Zez, he drove to the meetup, and he picked up Ashton along the way. And on the way there, they had to go through like a couple tolls, and one of the tolls, Zez fucking lied. It wasn't even to benefit him. He's like, "Oh, this is cool. I'm from Norway. We don't have these there. We don't really have these in Norway."
He just lied straight up.
Yeah, I'm from Norway. It was so... When Ashton told I was laughing because I could imagine Zez's fat fucking dumbass saying that shit. Pulling up, like, handing the dust, like, "Oh, yeah, we don't really have these in Norway. These are cool."
Fucking... I don't know. I love Zez. I love shit like that where it's like it's unnecessary, but that's what makes it funny.
He's funny as fuck, man.
But yeah, shout out to Red Pepper Pizza in Oklahoma City. If for some reason you're in OKC, first of all, get the fuck out of OKC. But before you go... Get some red pepper pizza. It's all a bit expensive. And they'll be like, "Who the fuck is that? What? Huh?
I wasn't even at the store.
You weren't even there. The guy was really nice. He was like a fat older guy, and he like threw us like pounds of extra stuff. "You want cheese?" Just threw like a big ball of like cheese at us like in our party.
Yeah, man. I was like,
hell yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
He was a great guy. The pizza was pretty good too. Shout out to him. But I mean, we had a lot of good heart to hearts there too. We were just kicking it, and that was like the best part where it's like. You can fuck around with your boys, and then you have like downtime to really just like observe each other and really have a conversation where like you probably couldn't have it with other people,
Absolutely.
And that was part of the fun. It's like we got to goof around and shit, but like just being with each other for some time and just letting shit off your chest is really fucking nice. And leaving, dude, I didn't think it'd be that emotional, but leaving was like, oh my god. Like, it was really fucking emotional when, like, because it was me, Christian, and I, and Mo. Christian, Mo, and I. And then we went and got burgers from a local spot that was really fucking good. And I think Christian had to leave first, and was like, man, we'll see you around, Christian, whenever that is. And then it's just Mo and I, and we're hanging out for a minute. It's like, well, my terminal's that way, yours that way, man. I was like, it's been fucking great, and that's that, bro. Like, I'll see you the fucking next time, whenever that is. And then we, like, hugged, and I was like, I'll see you, bro. And then we just went our ways, and I sat down, and I was, like, watching planes leaving and landing on the tarmac, and I was like,
that's making me tear up.
Fuck. I was like, fuck. You know, like,
know, man.
I was like, shit. You know, but it was great. It was, like, if something can make you feel like that, bro, you know it was good, you know? Like,
oh, yeah. You know you got some good fucking people in your life, man, you know?
Absolutely,
like,
bro.
Here's the thing. I'll go on a little bit of a tirade. So, there's a spectrum of social stigma with people. There's a spectrum of social ability with people, okay? You got one far end of the spectrum, you got the other far end of the spectrum. There's one end where you're always fucking around, you can never take shit seriously, it's always just ironic, this and that, and there's no real connection. That's just online relationships. You can't never be more than just online buddies. And then there's the other end of the spectrum where you got to stick up your ass, you're too serious, you know, you're like kind of a bore to be around this. You got to be in the middle, man. You got to be in the middle. You got to know when to fuck around, but when push comes to shove, you can get serious. Like, hey, you're opening up to me like, hey, man, yeah, I've had experiences with that before, you know, hey, man, I love you, bro, shit like that. You got to know when to be both, you know, and it happens naturally. It's not like this fucking game you got to play, you know, it'll come to you naturally. But when you can open up around somebody, there's been times, my brother, where I've like been almost crying to you, but there's been other times where I've been crying because of laughter, red-faced, ready to pass out. You're my fucking boy, and I love you. I appreciate you, you know, and you got to have that with people, you know. When all you guys came to my fucking house, man, you know, I felt so great. I felt so alive. It's like, all my fucking boys are here, man. You know, this is really going down. Fuck, man, it feels so good. You know, fuck all the COVID by that point. I was fucking, you know, beating COVID's ass. So, and after I dropped off Emily at the fucking airport and I got back home, and now I'm in the same place and I'm looking around. It's fucking dark. My family's asleep. And I'm like, just a couple days ago, this place was lights coming through the window. The sun is out. The grass is green. The fucking air is nice, man. It's summertime. Everyone's talking, laughing. I love you. Fucking first time meeting, making jokes, this and that. And now here's this same place, but it's dead fucking silent. There's nobody in the fucking house, man. Nobody. It's just darkness and just the dim night light. And I'm just like, fuck, man, all my boys are gone. They all went home. They all went back scattered across the country. And I went into my room, and I remember I took out this Polaroid, man, like this picture of the Polaroid.
Oh, the Polaroids are great.
Dude, if you guys have seen JoJo Part 3, when fucking they're on the plane and they look at the Polaroid, and dude, I literally
it's so
sat
corny,
down.
but that's what it was, yeah, dude.
I know it sounds so fucking corny. It's
but
like,
it's
oh,
real.
JoJo's gay, but this is what, dude. I could compare it to that. I looked at this Polaroid of like all of us, like these different pictures, and I literally had Last Train Home playing on my phone, and I just started fucking crying my eyes out. I'm like, fuck, man. You know, it's like, I'm so glad this happened. That was the best week of my life. You know, I really got a family, man. You know, like, that was great. You know, I know these people would be fucking there for me if I really needed it. You're like, fuck, that really solidifies it. This is my fucking family, man. You know, and that's beautiful. That's fucking beautiful right there. You guys get up and make something good happen, man, because, you know, it'll bring you to tears. It'll bring your emotions out. You know, I don't care how tough you think you fucking are or whatever this shit, you know. There's real meaning to having good people in your life and people who will do a lot of things for you and people who have done a lot for me and they'll be there for me and they're hanging out with me and they love me, they appreciate me, you know. I mean, even now I'm tearing up, man, you know, because I got so much love to give and I have so much love to receive from people, you know.
Well, it
makes me fucking emotional, you know, because it's so beautiful and I'm so blessed and I'm so lucky to have the things that I do in my life, you know. Focused on the good shit, man. You know, I got fucking my life threatened. I was beaten as a kid. They starved me, shit like that. It was fucked up. You know, I was fucking scared. I was fucked up and abused, and I had a lot of bad shit happen to me. But I'm focusing on the good parts of life because there's so many good parts of life, and it far outweighs all the bad shit. So why focus on that, man? You know, I got a great life. I got a great relationship. I got great friends. You know, life is so good. It couldn't be fucking better.
And
So
it's
who
all
cares,
because you cultivate those positive things in your life. You know, like for us, it's just a fucking stupid game. You know, whatever. But you can cultivate that shit and grow it, and not like numbers wise, but like happiness wise in your life, where it's like, okay, I play this game, great, whatever. But then you meet people, you make things together, you hang out, and then eventually you do real shit, and like. None of it would have happened if we didn't have this stupid fucking old game that Val doesn't care about, you know? And like, there's a lot more to it than just that level of shit, where it's like, if we lived in a different era, a different time, like, we would have never fucking crossed paths. Who knows what the fuck would have happened, you know? I don't know. But, like, we're very blessed and fortunate to live in this timeline now where we can make stupid videos like we toxic spies and then fucking ride a roller coaster together, you know? From that, it's fucking great,
Yeah.
you know? And I love it. And I'm very... It's so fucking corny. I'm sorry, but like, you know, I'm very happy that like I do get the opportunity to do shit with you, because like it's fun. It's an outlet for energy. We get to like have our laughs, because like of course the videos are meant to like make other people laugh, but the main thing is that it makes us laugh. You know, like that's the important thing. Is like we're cultivating shit for us, and
we are doing it for us, but we're sharing it with the world. We're not.
Yeah.
You know, it's very different when you're doing something with the purpose of like, oh, this bit's gonna be good because people who watch us are gonna laugh at it, as opposed to, wow, we think this bit is funny and we're laughing while we're doing it. We're enjoying what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and of course different. it's good to see numbers go up, like views and stuff. And some videos we believe are like super underrated. But, like, it's I don't lose sleep over it, you know? Like, I know it's fucking funny. And, like, those people always pull to me, like, you know what? This fucking video is really goddamn funny. You know? And, if people think it's funny, then I'm happy. And I think one of the best feelings, is so stupid to say, but it's, like, whenever we make a joke or a bit, and, like, that bit floats around in other weird friend groups that we've never met, it's kind of funny when people say weird shit that, like, we've said, you know? I think that's like a really great feeling, where it's like, that shit was so funny, like it got stuck in some other autist's head and they like repeated it to their friends or some shit like that, you know? Like there was a lot of people for Toxic Spies, which is a great fucking video, where like they're like, man, I gotta start doing this now. And I'm sure there was like a whole week where people started doing that shit, you know, like cloaking and shooting and fucking uncloaking and shit. It was just like being autistically giddy and shit, where it's like, this is still fun, you know?
Ding dong ditch, all laughing and shit, man.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah, it was great. But I mean,
great times.
Like life is an experience, you know, and I guess I guess the greatest takeaway here is like, don't let other people limit what your life is or what you enjoy in it, because the moment you let that happen, you're not living anymore. Where like if someone tells you, you know, you can't do this, you shouldn't do that, or yada yada, whatever the fuck, it's obviously important to make sure you're having healthy habits and limits and all that shit, you know. Like you shouldn't be glued to your computer every day. Like you should get up and do shit, but like while you're there, you know, you have to really, it's like a bag of chips, where it's like you could just fucking scarf them down and not enjoy them, or you could really sit and savor, like, okay, this is something for me, I'm enjoying it. And instead of just mindlessly consuming, like take every moment to appreciate it, you know, because we're racking up hours here and there, and that's all stuff that you're going to look back on and be like, did I really enjoy it, or was I just doing shit, you know, whether it was games or going out or meeting people. Like you got to live it to the fullest, man, and really do shit. So like, as dumb as it is to say, like, I've come out of my shell a lot more and more when it comes to terms of shit I want to do. Like I'd never gardened before, I hardly fished before, stupid shit like that. Like I've tried dressing different ways, and it's like, if not now, then when? You know, like it'll be too late at one point, and you'll look back and have regrets. And I have some regrets in life. I'm not that, I'm 25, whatever, but like I look back at some parts of like my like mid to early teens, and I'm like, fuck, man, like I wish I had gone to more dances or gone out with my friends more, you know, because I was more of a homebody. I was nervous, and like, you can't. That was not a fart. That was my belly just rumbling. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't.
You didn't hear that? I maybe the mic got it. My belly rumbled. But it's better to do things and learn about yourself and have the occasional embarrassment versus having regrets, because regrets will never go away. Like, if I hadn't gone to, like, that meetup, for example, I'm sure I would have regretted it for a long time. Like, I wish I had fucking gone. And there's people who told us, like, fuck, I wish I'd gone, you know? So sometimes you gotta just take that leap of faith and live your fucking life, man. Don't let people judge you and shit. Just fuck them, you know? Dress how you want to dress. Do your own fucking thing.
Absolutely, man.
You know,
get up and live for you. Raise your hand and ask questions, you know, because, like, people will see that and respect that. Like, you know, my youngest brother came out here for his birthday. This is an example. And we have these tiki torches. We were having a bonfire, and the tiki torch was a little close. What'd you say?
You're gonna have a Unite the Right rally, fucking march on your Capitol with
we had like these tiki torches and this bonfire, and it was this nice vibe outside. And one of the tiki torches was like a little close to this tree, and my little brother asks, "Well, isn't that a little close to the tree?" And Emily's dad, Alan says, "Well, no, it's okay. I mean, that's fine." But I said to my little brother, I'm like, do that. Always do that. Always ask a question. Even if someone tells you it's okay or whatever, I don't care.
You're afraid you're going to sound dumb. It's like,
don't even think, ask. I don't care if you think you're going to sound dumb. You could save somebody's fucking life by asking a question. Okay?
Yeah, a lot of people don't ask
You be the guy who asked the question. Everybody listening to this can sit and remember a time where they were in something, but maybe they weren't engaged or they were a little shy, but someone raised their hand and asked a question, and you're like, yeah, I was wondering that too. And this guy asked something that everybody was thinking. You need to be that guy. Be the individual. Think for yourself. You know, always be curious. Live for yourself, man. You know, don't be a part of the collective. Don't do things for you. Be you. I'm not saying be egotistical, you know, I'm the best guy ever, but it's like, be an individual, man. You know, be yourself. Get up and live. You know, nobody wants to be on their deathbed saying fucking shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, who wants to be doing that? Fuck that shit. And, you know, yeah, I'm talking about deathbeds. I'm only 20. You're only 25, whatever. But that's just how it is, man.
It is how it is. That's the end game, bro. You know,
and like I've said so many times, you don't need to be great. You don't need to be amazing. You just need to get up and live your life, man. You know, like, yeah, maybe I could die tomorrow, and there's a couple things I wished I would have done. But it's like, so far, I'm like, yeah, I'm chilling. You know, like, it does me no good to be like, oh, I regret this. It happened. It's set in stone. It is the time. Focus on the present time. Your regrets are something you learn from. I regret not doing that. Well, now you know you need to take that opportunity. So appreciate that thing you didn't do, because now it's forcing you to get your shit together. Do what you got to do, okay? If you make a mistake, that's just growth. That's development. If you do something you regret, that's growth and development. We're not machines. We're not accurate. We're not perfect. We do things. Eventually, we're going to look back on them. Eventually, I'm going to look back on the shit that I've said before. Like, oh, I don't really agree with that now. Or, oh, that was kind of stupid. You know, that makes me cringe now. Shit like that. It doesn't fucking matter. We all grow. We develop. And you got to live your life, man. Even if you think it sounds a certain way, this or that. Who gives a fuck what anyone else thinks? They can all suck your cock or eat your fucking pussy or suck your ass, whatever. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck everybody else.
It's a beautiful message, and it's something people should try to keep in mind, that you're gonna die one day. And that's like, everyone's, oh, you're gonna die one day, but like, legit, like, if you're nervous about something or talking to someone, dude, you're gonna fucking die one day. Just fuck it, you know, like,
just do it, man.
Like, I've met people in my life that it's like, if I hadn't had that attitude, I wouldn't be where I'm at, you know, like, fuck it, let's just do it. Like, don't be afraid, but also, you know, just try to respect people around you, you know, just do that. So I think it's a very, very somber, very nice thing to probably end on it, man. I wish it could go on for like, because we have so much shit we just fucking jump on
absolutely,
about, dude.
Yeah.
So much more.
There'll be more episodes.
Oh, absolutely. And I was thinking like co-guests, you know, like I don't know if like who would be the funniest combo, like you and Zez or some shit like that. Just because Zez is such a fucking funny, weird character. It was just
Zez is funny as fuck. I mean, Zez is so funny.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You guys don't know him. He's not like a TF2 YouTuber. He's not even from the TF2 community.
But he's a great friend.
I met this guy named Zez Wes. He's such a genuine dude. He's a great guy. You know, I mean, I just a great friend. I can go on and suck on his dick all I want, but
yeah,
yes, that definitely sounds like something that we could do in the future.
Absolutely. But this should be episode 1. The pilot was with Aggro for the previous episode, which I won't really count because like the pilot went well, but I think it was a little too TF2 oriented, and like we cut the camera And then we had like another hour and a half conversation that was like probably way funnier, but it was like not really TF2 related. He was like, you got to just do that, like revolve around TF2, but like just deviate, do whatever you want. I was like, no, you're right. So this is, I guess, officially episode 1. I think I just punched the mic. Sorry, I think it's officially episode 1. So that's in the books. I appreciate you having a nice conversation with me, man. It was great. And Absolutely. For those people out there, you know, this isn't some like foo-foo like scripted bullshit. This is just like how we usually talk, like no bullshit, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
It's just
we're always. I mean, this is just like any call where we're hanging out. This is how it is all the time.
We're being very filtered, but you know, this is pretty much.
We're being
we're being very filtered. We're like Gustavo Fring in the public, just like staring at you with his glasses on.
Yeah.
There's like a reptile behind those eyes, but he's just smiling at you like you'd have no fucking idea.
Funny.
So I appreciate you coming on, man, and hopefully we can do more. And I'm very fucking excited for Texas.
Yes, and I appreciate you having me. I appreciate the conversation we had. You know, I felt like I could talk about some things that I haven't really properly addressed before.
And there's plenty more. I'm sure we could just keep jawing.
And there's so much more shit that we could always talk about. All kinds of shit, you know. Mm-hmm. But this was a great start. I feel like this thing's gonna do good, man. You know,
I hope so, man.
You're nice to talk to. You got what it takes.
Oh yeah. Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Keep sucking me. Oh fuck. No, yeah, eat my ass. Huh?
I was worried about the pilot because I felt it was good. Acro's a great character. You know, he's a great guy. But like now that I've talked to him and you, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like I get what's going on here. So again, appreciate you, man. And we're just gonna wrap this one up. So thank you guys for listening.
Yes,
hopefully we'll catch more.
For listening.
Catch in the future. Bearded Expense has a YouTube channel, a Twitch. He also has like you have an archive for streams, right? So check out.
I mean, I have everything, man. I got Patreon, Twitter, Twitch. I got
Discord.
My Discord.
Yeah.
Discord.gg/BeardsPlaza. I'm partnered. And you can just go into the invite, type Beards Plaza, one word, no spaces, no caps.
We're available on Twitter, you know. Like,
yeah, I got a Twitter. You know, I got everything. It's easy to find all my shit.
Yeah, we're out there. So we're going to call it a wrap, man. So thank you guys for listening. Good morning, good evening, and good night.